We are live now. So, hello, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, salam alaikum, with a warm and hearty welcome to all. I am Dr. Neeza Singh, librarian at Central State Library, Chandigarh, and I welcome you all to this unique Children's Exchange program. I welcome our chief guest of today's program, Madam Lippy Parida, a multifaceted and multi-talented personality. I welcome all the children from Chandigarh, Punjab, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and other parts of the country, along with their parents. I welcome my librarian friends, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all. Although the corona pandemic has made us see these miserable times in our life, but I'm sure we all are moving ahead with a positive outlook. It's a pleasure to connect with you among the festivities which are going on throughout India during this time. We just had Dussehra, Vijayadashmi, Durga Puja celebrations last week. Yesterday we had Eid. Today is Balmiki Jayanti. And following the next month, we have Karwa Chauth, Diwali, Gurpurab, followed by Xmas in the last month of the year. So what best to connect with children during these times and listen to them about the positive vibrations of these festivities. To start with, I would like to invite Madam Neelam Bansal, who is the in charge of Central State Library, Chandigarh, to give a formal welcome address.
Thank you, Neeza. Very good afternoon to all. Thank you each and everyone for being with us. I, Neelam Bansal, librarian in charge of the TS Central State Library, Chandigarh, welcomes all the participants to this unique cultural exchange program on festivals of India for all the children members. The idea behind this program is to make aware the children about the festivals being celebrated in the India which are unique in nature. And this is the first of its kind of virtual cultural exchange program which is specially designed for the children and which is organized by the TS Central State Library along with the district library Tiruvannamalai, that is in Tamil Nadu, and Valapatnam Grama Panchayat Library, which is in Kerala. It's my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished chief guest, Ma'am Lippy Parida, who is not only a prolific author, writer, but a painter too, and the recipient of Women Achiever Award also. Madam Lippy Parida holds a world record in creating the fastest musical painting. Her paintings were displayed at the Arts in Steps Gallery, which is at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi. She sells her paintings to raise money for good causes. Her paintings Monsoon, Melange sold for a good amount, bringing in land for a Auroville on her 50th birthday. Recently, during the pandemic, she sold her paintings to raise money for the labor colonies of the Chandigarh. She is author of 2 books also. Her first book, which is on memoir on her grandfather's life, that is Aja's House, which was much appreciated, and her second novel, that is If the Blue Lotus Sings, that brought her the Women Achievers Award in the year 2018. She is also a recipient of the 2018 National Award, that is Make in India, for her excellence in the creative field. Madam Parida, she also played the flute at the Guinness Record Making World Cultural Festival, which is held in New Delhi in 2016, in which 156 countries of the world participated. She is the Art and Culture Administrator of the Asian Literary Society and the official reviewer of the Valley of Words Literary Festival, Dehradun. She reads the tarot and also she creates terrariums, that is a glass garden at the carnivals, to raise money for the slum children of the Prerana NGO. I am very grateful to Ma'am Parida for acceding to our request for gracing this occasion out of her busy schedule. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are very grateful.
Thank you so
Further-
much, Milakshi. Thank you so much.
Further, on behalf of our library, I extend my heartiest welcome to both the librarians, Mr. Sairam from Tamil Nadu and Mr. Binoy Matthew from Kerala, for their association and helping us to conduct this program. I also welcome to the participating children from all over India who are in the main center of attraction in today's program, and thankful to Dr. Niza Singh for taking initiative for conducting this unique program. Last but not the least, I am thankful to MSSRF and the INALI India and South Asia. I hope this program will be the most exciting and enjoyable for all. And also I'm looking forward to conduct such more programs in future to promote our country's rich culture. And thank you all for being with us and enjoy the program. Now I request Dr. Niza Singh to take over and start the program. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now I would request our chief guest, Madam Lippy Parida, to say a few words, her inaugural address, and motivate our children.
So, good afternoon, friends. Nisa, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful initiative. And good afternoon, my dear children. As you know, it's Halloween today. So, a very happy Halloween to all of you. And I must thank Neelamji for all the beautiful words that she shared about me on this forum. And friends, I must first congratulate TS Central Library, Chandigarh, District Library, Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu, Vallapatnam Library, Gram Panchayat Library, Kerala, for taking the initiative to conduct this most amazing virtual program on the festivals of India. And as we know, today many children are participating. They are going to be speaking about the festivals of India on this program. And I'm told this is the first of its kind program. And this would be giving the children a platform and an opportunity to not only develop their own personalities, but also to connect more to libraries and books. So friends, India is a land of festivals where many religions reside side by side. Like Dr. Niza Singh just said, yesterday was Sharad Purnima and today is Valmiki Jayanti. And every region has different festivals unique to that place. And I think this wide variety of festivals celebrated in India is a true manifestation of its rich culture and tradition. While celebrations happen all over the year, from October to January is the peak time for the festival time in India. And through this exchange program, I'm looking forward to hearing children talk about the different festivals of India and sharing their experiences about the different experiences of their native states. And I think this is a unique opportunity for the children to understand about the unity and diversity in India. And looking forward to hearing more about the festivals of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Chandigarh from our bright participants. I also hope this program encourages our children to be connected to libraries. Libraries often offer a lot of benefits to the children, and they foster a sense of community by providing programs for the children. And children can have fun in safe and positive environment and connect with other kids in their community. And having a library card teaches children responsibility and accountability. Libraries encourage a lifetime of learning, and a library is a place where children discover new worlds, new horizons, and build upon their knowledge. So, dear children, looking forward to hearing all of you speak about the unique festivals of your place. Thank you. Over to Dr. Niza Singh. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this virtual program, virtual exchange program on the festivals of India. Dr. Nisa Singh, thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
the best to the children participating. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for encouraging words for the children. And so beautifully, you mentioned about the different cultures of our country and how important and wonderful it'll be the children sharing about these from their perspective. So,
Exactly.
not wasting much time, I would like to invite the first participant of today's program. She is Srinidhi, and she's from Tamil Nadu. She's a class 8 student of DRV Gengu Swami Naidu Senior Secondary School. So I invite you, Srinidhi, and she will be speaking about Ulvar Thirunal, which is the Mattu Pongal festival of their state.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Srinidhi of Class 8, studying in Mahindra World School, representing District Central Library of Thiruvannamalai. I'm here to speak on the topic Tamil Nadu's festive culture. Tamil Nadu is a southern state of India which is supremely rich in culture and heritage. Known to be one of the oldest civilizations in the world, the people of Tamil Nadu belong to the prestigious Dravidian family. Tamilians, like other South Indians, take much pride in their rooted culture and make great efforts to protect their history as well as their culture. The state has been ruled by Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas and has been flourishing since. The art and architecture have been the creations which are used and maintained till date. Tamil is the official language of the state. It is also known as the oldest language in human history. Here comes Tamilian festive culture. Pongal is one of the most popular Hindu harvest festivals in Tamil Nadu. It is celebrated in the month of January. Pongal festival, also known as Ulavar Thirunal, is literally celebrated for 4 days, which includes Bogi, Thaipongal, Mattu Pongal, and finally Kanum Pongal. Ulavar Thirunal is also known as Farmers Festival. Ulavar Thirunal is dedicated for thanksgiving to nature for her productivity. Pongal is celebrated uh, in the season where crops like sugarcane, turmeric, rice, etc. are harvested in farmlands. Now, let me talk about Mattu Pongal, which comes in the third day of Ulavar Thirunal. Mattu Pongal is dedicated to the worship of cows and bulls. On this special day, farmers make over their cows with multicolor beads, tinkling bells, and flower garlands. Then they are worshipped and an aarti is performed to celebrate those cows. The festival marks the beginning of the harvest of the paddy fields. The celebration of the Mattu Pongal is a form of thanksgiving to the livestock, particularly the cows and the bulls. In Tamil Nadu, cows and bulls hold a special place as cows offer nourishment in the form of milk and bulls helps the farmers in plowing land for cultivation. On Mata Pongal, people draw columns, also known as rangolis, depicting cows and bulls in front of their yards. People sprinkle turmeric water with mango leaves on their cattle to keep them healthy and ward off any evil spirits around them. We prepare a festive dish, pongal, which means boiled rice, and offer it to the cattle. On this day, people decorate their bullock carts with balloons, flowers, sugarcane, etc., and people take a ride on it, which will be extremely fun. And another important event associated with Mattu Pongal is Jallikattu. Jallikattu, also known as Geru Tazhuvudal, is a bull taming sport which is mostly held in villages of Tamil Nadu. It is a traditional event in which a bull, such as Pulikulam or Kangayam breeds, is released into a crowd of people and multiple participants attempt to grab the large hump on the bull's back with both arms and hang on to it. While the bull attempts to escape, participants hold the hump for as long as possible, attempting to bring the bull to a stop. In some cases, participants must ride long enough to remove flags on the bull's horns. Jallikattu has been known to be practiced during the Tamil classical period. Jallikattu became a platform for display of bravery and prize money was introduced for participation encouragement. A cave painting was discovered near Madurai depicting a lone man trying to control a bull is estimated about 1500 years old. Jallikattu includes many types, but Vadi Manjivirattu is the most common category of Jallikattu. The bull is released from a narrow space and contestants try to wrap their arms or hands around the hump of the bull and hold on to it to win the award. Jallikattu, which is a unique sport of Tamil Nadu, even more increases the joy of this festive season. Tamil Nadu, with a great golden history of some great rulers and dynasties having ruled the state, it is surprising to find such splendor in architecture, literature, and traditions. People of Tamil Nadu have a great legacy to live up to. The culture and traditions have been safeguarded by Tamilians over the years and are still exhibited till today in full vibrancy. Proud to be a Tamilian, and I thank everyone who gave me this golden opportunity to speak in this platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Srinidhi. You beautifully explained the festival, and there was a lot of new things and new cultures for us to know about the festival celebrated there. It was so wonderful to listen to you, Srinidhi. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now next we have Amrutha PT. She is from Kerala. She is a +1 student from Nithyananda Public School, Chirakkal, and she will be talking about Onam festival. Amrutha, please.
Sorry, I am 7th standard.
Okay, from 7th standard. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Amrita of class 7 and I am from Valapattanam Grama Panchayat Library, Kerala. In this pandemic situation also, we all are gathered here in this online platform and it's a great opportunity for me and my team members to take part in this. And I welcome Chief Guest Mrs. Lipi Parida, Librarian of TS Central State Library, Dr. Neeza Singh, Librarian of District Center Library, Tiruvannamalai, Sairam Sir, Neelam Bansal, Priyanka Ma'am, Binoy Sir, and all other participants. I am very honorable to present this speech before you. Before entering to my speech, I would like to ask some questions before you. Have you ever visited Kerala or the Godson country? Or have you ever celebrated Onam? Can you please respond? No. Okay, then I'll tell you about Onam. Onam is the most popular festival celebrated in Kerala. It is an official state festival and is celebrated by lots of joy and enthusiasm all over the state by Malayalis, regardless of religion, caste, or creed. Beyond the festival, truly it's a feeling of joy and respect towards the traditional customs. Now I'll tell you a mythological story behind Onam. As it's a mythological story, it's not necessary whether it happened or not. But as it is shared by our grandparents from generation to generation, we have to obey and respect all those. So it is the legend King Mahabali, popularly known as Maveli, a mythical king who ruled over Kerala. He was considered to be wise and extremely generous to people. Everyone was treated equally. And I remember one song that I will sing now. Maveli Nadu Vanidum Kalam Manushyarellaru Munnu Pole Amudattode Vasikkum Kalam Abattangarkum Mottilladanum ആധികൾ വ്യാധികളൊന്നുമില്ല ബാലമരണങ്ങൾ കേൾപ്പാനില്ല കള്ളവുമില്ല ചതിയുമില്ല എള്ളോളമില്ല പൊളിവചനം. In the time of Mahabali's rule, there was no lies, no crime, extremely peace, no violence, no discrimination, totally an ideal kingdom and an ideal king. Each and every person's, no matter whoever it may be, everybody's heart is filled with Mahabali. So it's no wonder that all the goddess got jealous on him. Do you know that Mahabali is an asura? That is, he is categorized among cruel people. Then also he conquered mind of every people, and that is the reason why all the goddess got jealous on him. So all the devas go and approach Mahavishnu for help that he should stop this peaceful and generous rule ruled by Mahabali, because all the people go and are worshipping Mahabali instead of this god or Devagana. So Mahavishnu disguised himself as a small Brahmin boy called Vamana and went to the palace of Mahabali and asked for 3 feet land for praying. As usual, kind King Mahabali granted him. And this Brahmin boy eventually got expanded into a gigantic size. And with his first step, he conquered the whole earth. And with the second step, he conquered the whole sky. And for the third step, there was no place. So the kind King Mahabali bowed his hand and asked to heap his last step or the third step on his head so that he could keep his promise. Lord Mahavishnu trampled down Mahabali to the nether world. At that time, Mahabali asked Vamana to give an opportunity to visit his place once a year, and we celebrate this day as Onam. The theme of the Onam is to welcome Mahabali. For that, from Attam to Tiruvonam in the Malayalam Manchingam that lies between August to September, we put flower carpets on our courtyard. And so next, I will tell my day or how I celebrate Onam. What I will do, the day before Onam, that is at night, we will separate petals from flowers so that we could pick the flower carpet easily on the next day, and we'll sleep at late night and we'll wake up early without any alarm, any message, eagerly to put a new dress that is called as Onakodi and to put flower carpet. And next is Ona Sadhya, a grand feast on banana leaves. There will be many curries like sambar, pachadi, kichadi, avial, kutugari, pappadam, and there will be a sweet payasam, which is one of my favorite, and my tummy will be as fat as I could not walk even properly. And Onam Day is filled with happiness. Onam is also a symbol of joy and togetherness. There will be folk songs, elegant dances like Tiruvadira, Pulikali, and there will be energetic games like Uriyadi and tug of war, boat race, elephants. These all are a part of Onam. Malayalis, in fact, put a lot of effort to impress their beloved King Mahabali. And popularity and presentation of rich culture of the festival made the Onam the official state festival of Kerala in 1961. During this pandemic situation, we all are restricted to go out and celebrate Onam. So last Onam, we celebrate in our respective houses because now all we have learned how to adjust with our circumstances. And I will welcome you all to the next Onam. And I wish that in this end to this pandemic situation, and thank you.
Thank you, Amruta. Indeed, it was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. You had covered all the aspects of the beautiful festival, right from the food, the dances, the history, which is associated with that. It was so good listening to you. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
So next participant is Riya Sood from Chandigarh. She's a class 9 student of Mount Carmel School. And she will be talking about Karwa Chauth and Tej festivals. So over to you, Riya.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. I am Riya Sood from Chandigarh, and I am representing TS Central State Library, Chandigarh. As we are here to discuss about each other's festival. So I'm also going to talk about two very important festivals of ours, that is Tej and Karwa Chauth. So let's begin. So let's start with Karwa Chauth. The word itself is made by joining two words, that is Karwa and Chauth. Karwa means a mud pot and Chauth means the fourth day. So this festival and Tej also are basically women's festival and girls festival. So Karwa Chauth is celebrated on the fourth day of Purnima, that is full moon day in the month of Kartik. So you like to know what we do on it. So on this day, we basically keep a fast. Married women keep a fast. Now you like to know why is a fast so important. It's not just an ordinary fast, but an entire day fast. And we do not eat or drink anything. So it's a long day. Let's begin with the day. So at around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, when there's not sunrise, the stars are still there. At that time, the women wake up and they eat something, maybe a meal, maybe some fruits or a drink. That is what we call sargi. So sargi is given to the women by their mother-in-laws, in-laws, or family members, elderly family members. At around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, when there is sunrise, the women get dressed up. They dress up as if they're newly married women. And as you see by my attire, I have dressed up in a sari, which was worn by my mother on her first Karwa Chauth. We apply henna on our hands, wear a lot of makeup, and wear bangles. We also get our thalis ready. As you see, this is my thali, in which I have kept a pot in which the women drink water after they open the fast, and some fruits, some dry fruits, and sweets. So the day is not only about fasting, but a lot of celebrations. Women get together, they sing, they dance, they perform their folk songs and dance. At around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the women get together to do a puja. It is a special type of puja in which they rotate their thalis and sing a beautiful song. So first I like to tell you, why do we celebrate Karwa Chauth? So there's a beautiful story behind that too. There was a woman who was very dedicated towards her husband and loved him a lot. She couldn't think of any other man except her husband. So her husband died, and when the young god came to take away his soul, she requested him to forgive his life. But the young god refused. So she went on a fast. She didn't eat or drink anything for the rest of the day. By seeing this, the young god said that he would grant her a wish, anything except the life of her husband. So she asked for many children. As I told you, she was very dedicated towards her husband. She couldn't think of any other man except him. So the young god had to give her life, the life of her husband. And that's why married women also celebrate this festival, so they can ask for happy and long life of their husbands. So the day, it's a song. I would like to sing it for you. Please join in. Veere kuriye kalbana, suhagan kalbana, ai katti nawa teri na, kumbh rakhda feri na, gand pair paina, swich dhaga paina, ruth daman aina, raj gaina, o bhin pyari veera, chantret pani peena. So we sing this song when the plates are being exchanged during the puja. After that, the fast is opened by looking at the moon, and the first sip of water or the first bite of food is given to the women by the husbands. Another such festival is Tej, which is very similar to Karwa Chauth. So Tej is not only for married women but other girls also. So, this festival basically welcomes monsoon, and it's a pride, and we celebrate girlhood and marital bliss by this. Some women also keep a fast, and Tej is actually not a one-day festival but a continuity of festivals that is for around 13 to 14 days. But among that, we celebrate one day which is called Haryali Tej, and Haryali Tej is also called Tia in Punjab. And we celebrate it now you know why do we call it Haryali Tej. So Haryali means greenery, and when monsoon comes, there's a lot of greenery around. So what do we do on this day? The one thing which all do is apply henna, as I told you. They wear green clothes, and another very beautiful ritual is that we ride swings. Not just ordinary swings in the park, but big swings in courtyards, which are decorated with flowers and other decorative material. So the women who don't keep a fast, they eat some special things called khiri and firni, which Ghevar and Firni, which is a sweet, and the women who keep a fast also eat that in the beginning of the day. So this fast doesn't open by looking at the moon, but it opens the next day. So I hope you like to know about our festivals. I loved to know about yours, and thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you so much, Ria. You've told about the women's festival of Karwa Chauth and Tej, which we celebrate in our part of the country. And you have described the festivals very well, along with the song, the thali, which we use in the puja. You've showed us each and every item. So thank you so much. It was a very nice presentation. So next we have Nitish. He is again from Tamil Nadu, and he will be talking about Pongal. So over to you, Nitish.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Good evening, everybody. I am Nitish from Thiruvannamalai. I led song a folk song in Tamil Nadu culture. மல்லு வேட்டி கட்டிக்கிட்டு மாட்டு வண்டி பூட்டிக்கிட்டு மல்லு வேட்டி கட்டிக்கிட்டு மாட்டு வண்டி பூட்டிக்கிட்டு நீண்ட நெடும் பாதையில மமரத்து சாலையில தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி திருவாரூர் தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி திருவாரூர் தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி என் அத்தமாவ ரத்தினமே என் ஆசையுள்ள என் பூங்குயிலே அத்தமவ ரத்தினமே ஆசையுள்ள பொங்குயில் அத்தமவ ரத்தினமே ஆசையுள்ள பொங்குயில் பக்கத்துல வந்து நில்லுங்க மாமன் பொண்ணுக்கு பரிசம் ஒண்ணு போட போறேங்க பக்கத்துல வந்து நில்லுங்க மாமன் பொண்ணுக்கு பரிசம் ஒண்ணு போட போறேங்க ஏ சந்திரரே சூரியரே என்ன விரும்பும் என் நாயகரே சந்திரரே சூரியரே நான் விரும்பும் நாயகரே சந்திரரே சூரியரே நான் விரும்பும் நாயகர் பக்கத்துல வந்து நில்லுங்க மாமன் பொண்ணுக்கு தாலி பொண்ணு கட்ட போறேங்க பக்கத்துல வந்து நில்லுங்க மாமன் பொண்ணுக்கு தாலி பொண்ணு கட்ட போறேங்க மல்லு வேட்டி கட்டிக்கிட்டு மாட்டு வண்டி பூட்டிக்கிட்டு நீண்ட நெடும் பாதையில மாமரத்து சாலையில தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி திருவாரூர் தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி திருவாரூர் தெரு போய் பார்க்க போறேன்டி. Good evening, everybody. Let's talk about Pongal festival. Pongal is a main festival to our Tamil community. Pongal has in before years, Pongal as spelled as Pongal, also referred to as Thai Pongal, is a multi-day Tamil harvested festivals of South India, particularly in Tamil community. It is observed at the start of the month Thai, according to Tamil solar calendar, and is typically about January 14. It is dedicated to the sun god of the Surya and corresponds to Makar Sanskrit, the harvest festival under the many regional names celebrated throughout India. The 3 days of the Pongal festival are called Bogi Pongal, Surya Pongal, and Matu Pongal. According to traditional, the festival marks the end of winter society and the start from sun's 6 months longer journey northwards. When the sun enters the zodiac marker, the festival is named after the criminally Pongal, which means to boil, overflow and refer to the traditional dish prepared from the new harvest of rice boiled in milk with jaggery. To make the festival, the Pongal sweet dish is prepared, first offered to the gods and the godless followed. Sometimes with an often to cross and they are shared by families. Festival celebration included decorating cows and their horns, refuels, bathing and procession. It, it is a traditional and ocean from decoating. Rice powder based column artworks, offering prayers in home temples, getting together with family and friends, and exchanging gift to renew social bonds of society. Pongal, in of the most important festivals celebrated by Tamil people in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry in India. It is also major festivals in Sri Lanka. It is observed by Tamil diaspora worldwide, including those Malaysia, Mauritius, South Africa, Singapore, and United States, United Kingdom, and Canada. So Pongal is a huge festival of Tamilargal. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Nitish. Thank you so much. First of all, what you sang in the beginning of your presentation was a wonderful song, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And you also very well told about the tradition of Onam and Pongal and all about this festivity. So thank you so much, Nitish. It was so good to hear from you. Now, next we have is a child from Kerala again, Ajna Praveen. She's from Government High Senior Secondary School, Kalia Salary. And she will be talking about Eid and Christmas. So over to you, Ajna.
Hi friends, I'm Ajna Parveen and I am so happy to be here and I would like to thank you all to give me this opportunity and I am here to talk about Eid and Christmas. Now I am starting with Eid. Everyone knows that Eid is a Muslim celebration or festival, and there are two Eid in every year. The first one is celebrated at the end of the month long fasting of the holy month Ramadan, and it is called as Eid ul Fitr. And the second one is celebrated as a memory of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam willingness to sacrifice on his only son Ismail as an act of obedience to God's command is called Eidul Azha. And we start the celebration of Eid before the day it onwards, and it is determined by lunar calendar. The night before Eidul Fitr is in that night we have to give away a zakat named as fitr. In Kerala, grains are commonly used to donate as zakat, and then we are busy with putting on mehendis in our hands, and all family members and friends are together, and that we would make a blast. And each preparation will be calculating in everybody's mind 1 or 2 weeks ago what type of dress should I buy and what type of shoes, what type of cosmetics, like that. We may have bought clothes first. Latest models of dress are now commonly used. We used to buy the cosmetics with it, and the next step is to iron this dress and uh, pick up it nicely and wait for the next day to wear it, and we curiously go to bed and sleep. One of the major art events on the Eid Eve is to put on henna, and uh, there is a common in all households there in Kerala, and elderly people have been seen with they are singing all Mapila songs, and they clapping their hands together and dancing in Kerala uh, traditional dance named as Opana. And I want to invite our library friend Rabia Abdullah to perform a Mapila song. And Rabia, please welcome.
Hello all. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Rabia.
Okay, so good evening all. My name is Rabia. I'm studying in class 12. So now I am here to sing a song related to Eid festival. ഉടനെ കഴുത്തിൻ്റെതറുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ ഉടയോൻ തുണയില്ലേ നമുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ ഉടനെ കഴുത്തിൻ്റെതറുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ ഉടയോൻ തുണയില്ലേ നമുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ ആറ്റക്കനി മോനെ ഇതാ നിന്നെ പോൽ ഏറ്റം സുഖമെന്റെ മനസ്സിനെ പോൽ നേരം കളയാതെ അറുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ നേരെ പിടിവാൾ വെച്ചറുക്ക് ബാപ്പാ. Thank you all.
Very nice, Rabia. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I think Ajna will continue with her presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, Rabia, it's amazing. And till now, we are discussing about the day before Eid. And now I would like to discuss about the day of Eid. Okay, on the day of Eid, we wake up early in the morning and take bath. After the bath, each and every one wear new dress, and we are very excited to wear that, and we are very happy to wear that. And the highlight of the day is our grandma's dress. It is particularly beautiful to see, and it would be. I think the people of northern districts is one step ahead in celebrating the festival Eid, and breakfast is usually followed by prayers, and it is important to give something gift as something as gift to children, and some people gives money coins like as a gift to children. With the money raised, the children go to Eid stalls to buy toys, sweets and other items they like. And Eidgahs become active in Kerala after 2000 AD. The fact is that men and women can offer the prayers to Eidgahs, and they can offer the Eidgahs. Then, and if you ask me what is the most beautiful thing in the celebration of Eid, then I would say it is its communal harmony. And it's important to invite other religious friends to our home and eat the foods together and enjoy together, and attend other celebration too. And it's also common for non-Muslim friends to gather the celebration of each religion. I think it's right of everyone like that. And I would like to invite you all to our Eid celebration on the post-COVID event, and I wish you all came together, and if you are here, and we can enjoy together. Now I want to talk about the Christmas. Kerala welcomes Christmas with Christmas trees, Christmas cakes, Christmas stars, sweets, like that, as common. On this time, the streets were decorated with traditional decoratives and bright lightings, etc. People of all communities came together and celebrate and exchange cakes and gifts, and it's a merry time for everyone, and which is give a message of love and unity. And Santa Claus visit all the houses, and they don't mind which they are from, which religion, and uh, they give gifts to all, each and everyone. They don't mind from that they are from which religion, like that. All the festivals says about love and unity. all all of our festivals have a secular vision, and we keep a brotherhood, religious harmony and communal harmony, and loving humanity in all our celebrations. The aim of festivals is to make everyone uh, as a human being, make everyone to a human being. And we follow this aim of festivals, and that is the cause of uh, the maintaining of our strength and unity. And I would like to say that the unity is strength. And thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ajna Praveen, about beautifully explaining about Eid and the Christmas. And I also thank Rabia for singing that song. It was so, so beautiful. So thank you both of you for this presentation. Next, we have Arnav Goyal. He's a class 4 student of Yadvindra Public School, and he will be Chandigarh, and he will be talking about Lodi Festival.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can start, please.
Good evening, everyone. I am Arnav Goyal from Chandigarh, and today I will tell you about a festival of North India, Lodi. Lodi is a festival to worship fire. The people of Punjab and other North Indian states like Haryana and Himachal Pradesh celebrate Lodi with a lot of zest every year on 13 January. It is believed that the festival is celebrated on the day when the days start becoming shorter and the nights start becoming longer. It is the cultural celebration of the winter solstice. It is a harvest festival and is considered as a resting period for farmers before the cutting and gathering of their crops. Farmers sow rabi, sugarcane, or winter crop, the main crop of Punjab, in October and harvest them in April. Why is Lodi celebrated? It is in January when the fields are full and the crop is at full height. Farmers thank God for their excellent harvest season and prize crops and celebrate Lodi by singing their traditional folk songs and dancing. Mom, the slide share is not moving. No, it is moving.
We can see what is Lodi celebrated.
Also on this harvest festival day, people light bonfires, sing and dance in joy to pay respect to Dulla Patti. There are hundreds of traditions and stories associated with this legendary figure in Punjab. Dulla Patti was a hero who led a rebellion during Mughal rule against King Akbar. Dulla and his bandits used to loot the riches and distribute the loot among the poor. This act of kindness made him a Robin Hood among people, and some say that Dulla Patti's acts of generosity inspired the tradition of giving and exchanging gifts during Lodi. Another legend related to Dulla Patti says that he protected young girls from Mughal soldiers and rich zamindars. The festival is celebrated in various
Arnav, we cannot see your slides moving. It is still stuck on why is Lodi celebrated. Just share your screen again. Yes, now we can see it.
Yes, ma'am.
You can shift it to the presentation mode and start. Yes.
The festival is celebrated in various parts of the country with different names, and people wait for this day desperately. In Andhra Pradesh, it is celebrated with the name Bhogi. Similarly, in Assam and Tamil Nadu, the festival is celebrated with the names Maga Bihu and Pongal respectively. On the other hand, people of UP and Bihar call it the celebration of Makar Sankranti. How is Lodi celebrated? The focus of Lodi is on the bonfire. People gather logs of wood and light flames of bonfire on their front porches, thanking fire god. Farmers thank God for their golden crops before harvesting them. Huge bonfires are lit to thank God for abundant crops. During the day, children go from door to door singing folk songs. These children are given sweets and savories and occasionally money. The collections gathered by the children are known as Lodi and consist of til, gaja, crystal sugar, gur, mumfali and popcorn. People visit their family and friends and distribute sweets. In the evening, they celebrate by dancing Bhangra or Gidda, which are the folk dances of Punjab, and singing around the bonfires. People also throw popcorn, gur, ravi, sugar candies, and sesame til seeds into the bonfire. People perform parikrama around the fire, followed by distribution of prasad. According to the customs and rituals, people on this day eat foods like makki ki roti with sarson ka saag and prasad. Prasad comprises of 6 main things: til, gaza, gur, mungfali, fulya, and popcorn. The tradition is to throw sweets, puff rice, and popcorn into the fire, thanking God for abundant crops, prosperity, and a good harvest season. For farmers, Lodi marks the beginning of a new financial year for newlywed couples and newborn babies. This festival also holds great importance. On this day, newlywed brides get gifts from all the family members, and they are supposed to wear all the ornaments that brides usually wear on their marriage day. Modern day Lodi celebration. Threat to the environment with the roaring pollution, people have become more conscious and they prefer not to light up bonfires. People avoid cutting more trees and plants for lighting up bonfires on Lodi. Instead, they celebrate Lodi by planting more and more trees so that they can contribute to the environment protection in the long run. Thank you. Hope you liked my presentation.
Thank you so much, Arnav. You presented it very well, covering all the aspects of Lodi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity.
Okay, next we have Avantika. She's from Tamil Nadu, a class 6 student of Path Global Public School, and she will be talking about the Tamil New Year. Over to you, Avantika. Arnav, you didn't tell and show about your beautiful dress you're wearing for Lodi, that kurta and pagdi in typical colors? Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wearing a kurta pajama and a pagdi.
Yeah.
I thought he would dance.
Anna Goyal, can you stand? Can you stand? Show your dress. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Okay, Avantika dear, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you can start, Bachchi.
Okay. Ma'am, my videos.
Oh, nice. You're looking very pretty.
Good evening to all. I'm very happy to see my old friends. We say India is the country unity in diversity. Yes, this program proved it. I'm very proud to say in this program. My name is A.K. Avantika and I'm talking with you from Tirunelveli district, Tamil Nadu state. I'd just like to share a few words about the cultural festival called Tamil Puthandu. It's also called as Chittirai Tirunal in Tamil. Chittirai Tirunal in Tamil. We wear our traditional dresses on the day. Men wear dhotis, women wear kattu padavi that is style in English. Children wear chain. It is called jimiki. Is it nice? It is called jimiki and this is chudi. Children wear like this ornaments. Ornaments like this. And go to temple. We worship our God and goddess. Offer them a special dish called mango pachadi. It is called mango pachadi in Tamil.
Your voice is not clear. Avantika, your voice is not clear. அம்மாவை ஹெல்ப் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க.
I think there was some network issue also and her screen was also frozen. You can try again, Avantika.
Okay. Ma'am, can I start with the Ganapati slogan, ma'am?
Yes, you can. Now it is clear.
Om Gangam Ganapati Namaha. Sigaret Chakkaran Semmugam Maindilam. Sagaret Chakkaran Tamarai Nayagan. Vigaret Chakkaran Vinsani Ayirai. Sagaret Chakkaran Talinai Potruvom. Om Gangam Ganapati Namaha. Hi friends, Anavarkum Vanakkam. Good evening to all. I am very happy to see my old friends and I am really very glad to see my new friends from other states. We say India is the country unity in diversity. Yes, this program proved it. I am very proud to say this in this program. My name is A.K. Avantika Ishan and I am talking with you from Tirunelveli district, Tamil Nadu state. I just like to share a few words about a cultural festival called Tamil Puthandu. It's also called as Chittirai Tirunal in Tamil. We call it as Tamil New Year in English. As like other states, Tamil people will also celebrate the New Year in a grand and great manner. We wear our traditional dresses on that day. Men wear dhotis, women wear pattu padavai, that means silk saree in English, and children wear long skirts and ornaments like me. Long skirts and ornaments like me and go to temple. We worship our God and goddess and then offer them a special dishes. We offer them sambar with rice, rasam, poriyal and a sweet dish called parasam. And the special dish of the day is manga pachadi. It is mango pachadi in English. It is made with jaggery, neem flour and mangoes. It is sour, bitter and sweet. Symbolically, it means human life facts, happiness, sadness and sorrowness. As like children, youngsters will also enjoy by playing Tamil Nadu's traditional games. And friends, I am using this opportunity to invite you all to our next Tamil New Year. And finally, I thank Tirunelveli District Library and our encourager and well-wisher, Mr. Sairam sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. This is my traditional dress.
Thank you so much, Avantika. You are looking so pretty. I really loved your dress. Thank you so much. And thank you for giving this wonderful informative information about the Tamil New Year and showing your traditional dress as well. So before I move to the next participant, I also want to show something traditional which I am wearing. Okay, so everybody can see this is called fulkari. Okay, this is the traditional embroidery of Punjab. It has different types, and this particular one is called bag because it covers the whole cloth, and you cannot see cloth anywhere. It is fully embroidered. So this is fulkari. So we wear it on our traditional festivals, marriages, and other important and special occasions.
It's very nice,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so then we will move ahead now. Next, we have Sanya PT. She is from Kerala and she is a student of Nithyananda Public School, Chirakal. And she will be talking about 3 festivals, Thayyam, Thira, and Vishu. So over to you, Sanya.
Hi. Can you see me?
We can hear you, but not see you.
Now? Is it?
Kanappan, can you please change the settings? We want to see Sanya.
I think name. I didn't get name.
Her name displayed as Amrita PT. No problem. She is visible.
Yes,
My name is Amrita PT. She's my sister.
AM Amrita PT. Okay.
Amrita
Yeah.
PT.
Yeah. Now it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Hansania and I'm from Valabadnam Grama Panchayat Library. And I'm very honorable to speak about a Kerala festival that is Thayyam to you all. And I'm starting to my speech. I have a 2 festivals, that is Thayyam as well as Vishu. Thayyam is a festival which is celebrated only in northern Kerala, whereas this Vishu is celebrated throughout Kerala. So I will start with Thayyam. So Thayyam is a festival of Kerala, and great Indian stories of Kerala is being retold through art forms such as dances, music, then many paintings and all. So Thayyam is also an art form like that. It is a religious ritual art form through which stories is being retold. Okay, the ancient Kerala, as you can see the screen now, there is a Thayyam images there. It is filled with many face patterns. Then dresses will be there, ornaments, jewelries, and all. It's a ritual art form, and it is a famous ritual art form. It is originated in northern Kerala, which retell all the stories of legends and heroes. Okay, so it is accompanied by a chorus and a musical instruments. So mainly this musical instrument is chenda, idattalam, and all. So performer will wear a heavy makeup like this, and it will be having many jewelries, ornaments, and all. So it is mainly performed by males, and there is only one and only one Thayyam in Kerala, which is performed by female, that is Devakooth, which is seen in Thekkumbadu Kulam temple. It is only one of the female Thayyam. Here you can see all the Thayyam with different costumes. There are more than 100 forms of Thayyam in northern Kerala. It is seen in whole Kerala, but mainly it is originated in northern Kerala. And there is more than 100 forms of Thayyam. And each Thayyam have their own stories, their own art, their own choreography, their own way of styles and appearing. So then next I want to tell you that it is mainly performed in village shrine. That means there is no backstage, there is no chorus, there is no curtains and anything. That is performed in Kavu. Kavu means it is different from temple. That is, Kavu means it is a lonely place. It will be in a lonely place having natural diversity, and a forest will be there. It will be a pleasant mood rather than temple. So Thayyam is mainly performed in Kavu, and there won't be any backstage, as I told you. And what this Thayyam is doing, that they are reciting a totem part, then they are reciting what we can say their own story in front of people, so that we would know what the Thayyam is actually. Okay, so I invite Sri Lakshmi of our Valabadnam library to recite a few totem, a folk song related to this. Please, I welcome you.
Sri Mahadevande കൊണ്ടു ഞാൻ ഓമന മുന്നീടെ നാവോര് പാടുന്നേ. മിറ്റത്ത് ഉണ്ണീടെ പറ്റാടി കാണാനും കാലിച്ചേരുപ്പത്തിൽ കാണാൻ കൊതിച്ചമ്മ. ശ്രീ മഹാദേവന്റെ ശ്രീകൂടം കൊണ്ടു ഞാൻ
அதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, நம்ம காதுல கேக்குறதா முடிஞ்சு.
നാവോര് പാടുന്നേ. പെറ്റോരു നാൾ തൊട്ടേ 6-ാം മാസത്തിങ്കൾ ഇട്ടോരു പേരാണ് ശ്രീകുട്ടനെന്ന്. ശ്രീ മഹാദേവന്റെ ശ്രീകൂടം കൊണ്ടു ഞാൻ ഓമന മുന്നീടെ നാവോര് പാടുന്നേ. അമ്മായിക്കോയിരാണ് അച്ഛനുമുത്താണ് മുത്തശ്ശി വീട്ടാർക്കും അരുമക്കീടാവാണ്. ശ്രീ മഹാദേവന്റെ ശ്രീകൂടം കൊണ്ടു ഞാൻ ഓമന മുന്നീടെ നാവോര് പാടുന്നേ. നാവോര് പാടുന്ന നേരത്ത് നാഗങ്ങളും ദേവകുലങ്ങളും ഉണരുണര്. ശ്രീ മഹാദേവന്റെ ശ്രീകൂടം കൊണ്ടു ഞാൻ ഓമന മുന്നീടെ നാവോര് പാടുന്നേ. താങ്ക് യു ഓൾ.
Very good. Very good, Sri Lakshmi. Wonderful.
So that was a folk song related to this.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Okay. So Theyyam is generally performed in a village shrine, as I told you, and each Theyyam has their own characteristics, their own stories. And now I would like to tell you about the story of Kadivannur Veeran. Okay. So the story of Kadivannur Veeran is, there is a couple named Chakkiyamma and Kumarappan, and they does not have any babies. So after a long prayer, they got a baby boy and they named them Mandappan. So as we are all living in India, we all have a practice for sending our child or children to Gurukulam. So the same way, Mandappan is also very good at Kalaripayattu, and his favorite weapon is bow and an arrow. Wherever he go, he will carry this bow and an arrow with him. So one day his father told that as he's a boy, he's growing up, but he's a responsible guy. That means he is not earning any money to his family, always drinking a toddy. Then he will would hunt animals, and he will eat non-veggies, which is not permitted in their family. So his father told that if you don't earn something, you won't want to eat any food from my home. So by saying this, by hearing this, Mandappan has stepped out of his home and said that I won't leave here. And he roamed and he don't know wherever to go. So he went straight to Coorg, and his friends also cheated. Now there is no friends, no family, nothing. So he's alone and he started a journey to Coorg. It's present day in Mangalore. And from there he met a lady called Chemarathi, and they both married and lived together. But what happened is that he engaged in a war. There was a war between him and an opponent, but somehow he won the war, but what happened is that he lost the ring. The ring is put by his beloved wife, but what happened is that he lost the ring in his battlefield. So why he noticed that his ring is missing. So what happened? He went back to battlefield, and while searching that ring, he is murdered. Cruelly, he is murdered, and he is dead in that battlefield. So Chemarathi, she came running after hearing this news, and what happened is that she jumped into the funeral of this Mandappan, and in that burning fire. So as you can see in the picture, he is standing near to a fire, right? So it is believed that from that fire, Kadivanur Veeran has erased. Mandappan has changed into Kadivanur Veeran like that, and he is looking. That means while he is performing Teyyam, he will recite his own story. That is the story. He will recite his own story by looking at that particular fireplace, symbolizing his love towards his wife, because his wife had died because in order to she had died in order to symbolize or sacrifice her love towards his husband. So she is performing, or he is performing in front of this particular fireplace, symbolizing his love, and it is a tragic incident. It is a story of Kadivanur Veeran. So likewise, there are 100 forms of Teyyam, and each Teyyam has its own property, its own story. And can you imagine? That means we are a person who is having 6 or 7 feet height, right? We are only that much height. But if you see the picture now, it is a Bhagavati that is seen in Kalyadevadika Sri Bhagavati Kshetram. It is a man holding that much height head gear. Can you imagine? We are only about that much height, but he is alone standing, bearing that great height, right? So that is why we are telling that after a man, we all know that a Teyyam is a ordinary man who is performing like a Teyyam. But after getting up in that Teyyam, our mind will be filled with such a dedication and bhakti towards him that we feel it is a God who is interacting with us. That is such a divinity comes into his body after getting up as a Teyyam. So we will see, that means there are some Teyyam who jump into fire, then who climb up the coconut tree without any property. He will climb up the coconut tree without any property. He can jump into fire. And you can see the picture right now there. So he's climbing the coconut tree without any aid. It means that there is something, a power in him. That's why we are telling Teyyam is an interacting God, or it is a direct interaction towards the people, a direct interaction of God towards the people. So that you can see from Teyyam. And the Teyyam season starts from October and it ends in June with the Kalasham or Perungaliyatam, which is very near to us. That is Kalyadevadika Sri Bhagavati Kshetram. The Perungaliyatam or the Teyyam season ends there in Kalyadevadika Sri Bhagavati Kshetram. You can see the picture of Sri Bhagavati Kshetram now. And that's about Teyyam. It's about a consoling. That means if a person is filled with a sorrow, a happiness, if his mind is disturbed, we will go and we will see this Teyyam in order to console. If they say, oh, it's okay, everything will be okay, what will happen? Our life will be filled with such immense pleasure after seeing. It's a dedication towards him. This is about Teyyam, and the Teyyam season ends with Perungaliyatam or Kalasham. That is very near to us. That is Kalyadevadika Sri Bhagavati Kshetram, as you see. So next I should tell, this is about Teyyam, and next I should tell about Vishu, which is celebrated throughout Kerala. Okay, so it is celebrated throughout Kerala, and it is seen in the starting of zodiac year, Malayalam zodiac year. And what is the main event of this festival is Vishukkani. Vishukkani means it is a sight, first sight of that day. There will be, that means elderly people of our family will arrange all the Vishukkani. That means there will be plenty of fruits, vegetables, pulses, then currency will be there, clothes will be there, then mirror will be there, and a picture of Lord Vishnu will be also there. So after seeing this particular sight in the first day, we think that our whole year will be filled with prosperous and happiness. So this is Vishukkani. And then we have firecrackers. Like a Diwali, we also have firecrackers, which we are bursting from midnight to morning. There will be no sleep for us at that time. We will wake up at 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we will burst all the firecrackers. Then we will see the Vishukani, and then it is Vishukainitam. That is, elderly people of our family will give some money to the younger ones or dependent of their family, so that we will get that blessing. That means that there will be a charity, and alms also will be there. So it means that it's a blessing. We are getting blessed on that day. And next to this, Vishu Sadhya. Vishu Sadhya comprises of all types of food. There will be spices will be there. Then bitterly food will be there. Sweet dish called Vishu Katta will be there. It means that our life is balancing all the things. That means our life is not wholly sweet. Our life is not wholly bitter. We all know our life is filled with everything. It is a balancing of all these emotions and all. So Vishu symbolizes the same thing. And that means that if that day is prosperous to us, then the whole year will be like that. So it is the ideology of Vishu. I hope that all of you understood about Theyyam and Vishu, and I'm very happy to say this speech in front of a good panel like you, and it is very good opportunity for me and my friends to present this speech, and thank you.
Thank you, Sania. Thank you so much for presenting all these festivals in detail and letting us know about the importance of these festivals, the history, how you celebrate them. It was really indeed very interesting. And here I would like to thank Shri Lakshmi also for singing that lovely song. It was really, really beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So next we have Katyan. He is a class 7 student of St. John's High School from Chandigarh, and he will be presenting on Gurpurab and Baisakhi.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Sat Sri Akal, friends. I am Katyan Sur. Today I am representing my state, Punjab, to talk upon the two major festivals of my state, Gurpurab and Vaisakhi. Gurpurab is the day dedicated to the Sikh Gurus, followed by celebrations and festival. The birth anniversary of 10 Sikh Gurus is celebrated as Gurpurab. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday, also known as Guru Nanak Prakash Utsav, celebrates the birth of first Sikh Guru. This is one of the most sacred festivals in Sikh Dharma. Gurpurab is celebrated according to the solar cycle dates of Nanak Shahi calendar, and these occur on different dates of Common Era calendar from year to year. The tradition was started by gurus who succeeded Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This celebration usually commences with Prabhat Fairies. These are early morning processions that start at Gurudwara, and people proceed around the localities singing hymn, praising the Guru and his teachings. Generally, 2 days before the birth anniversary, Akhand Path, a 48-hour non-stop reading of the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of Sikh, is held in Gurudwaras. Prior to the day, a procession referred to as Nagar Kirtan is organized. This is led by Panch Pyaras, or 5 beloved ones. They led the procession carrying the Sikh holy flag or Nishan Sahib and the Palki of Guru Granth Sahib. They are followed by teams of singers singing hymns, and devotees sing the chorus. There are brass band playing different tunes, and Gatka teams display their swordsmanship through martial arts using traditional weapons during mock battles. The procession pours into the street of the passage of the procession and the procession is covered with banners, and gates are decorated with flags and flowers for this special occasion. The leader spreads the message of the Guru. Other important occasions like the birth anniversary of all Sikh Gurus, the creation of Akal Takht at Harminder Sahib, the martyrdom days of Gurus, and the formation of Khalsa Panth is also considered as Gurpurab. Now that you know about Gurpurab, let's talk about the second major festival that we celebrate in Punjab, Vaisakhi. Vaisakhi is celebrated as the first day of the new year according to the solar cycle calendar. It is an auspicious day for all Hindus and Sikhs and is considered a good day to start an initiative. On this day, the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, created the Khalsa Panth. The warriors were initiated in 1699 on the day we today celebrate as Vaisakhi. It is a day of great historical significance and important religious festival in Sikh Dharma. Vaisakhi observes major events in the history of Punjab that happened here during that time. This significance of Vaisakhi as a major festival marks the birth of new Sikh order started after the execution of Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh for refusing to convert to Islam under the orders of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. This triggered the corrosion of the 10th Sikh Guru and later the formation of Khalsa Panth to protect Dharma on the day of Vaisakhi. On Vaisakhi, Gurudwaras are decorated and hold kirtans. Sikh visit local Gurudwaras, community fairs, and Nagar Kirtan procession are held. People gather to socialize and share festive foods. The harvest festival is also categorized by the Punjab folk dance Bhangra. Fairs or melas are held in many parts of Punjab to mark the new year and fresh harvest festival. It is a festival every Sikh, farmer, and common people celebrate with pride and enthusiasm. Now, before I end, let's chant Mool Mantra. Ek Omkar Satnam Karta Purak Nirmo Nirvay Akal Murak Ajuni Sabam Guru Prasad Jap. बाबा जी मेहर करे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Katyan. Thank you so much. You have explained about the festival in detail. But I would like to see what you're wearing. Can you just stand and show us what you're wearing? Okay, so can you say a few lines about what you're wearing? Okay, so can you say a few lines about what you're wearing?
Kurta. हाँ बोलो. Kurta. Ma'am, I am wearing a kurta, koti, and pagdi, and turra.
Yeah, this is the typical traditional what you're wearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. So I want to thank everybody, each and every child who has presented today. All of you have done a wonderful job and I'm proud of you. So next, we have with us another important person and rather a wonderful person. She is Miss Priyanka Mohan. She is the strategic lead for INELI India and South Asia in MSSRF Chennai. I would like to invite her to give comments on the children's presentation. Priyanka, can we have you, please?
Hi, Niza, thank you so much. I'm having internet issues and electricity power issues, so I'll just go on a low bandwidth for now. I would like to say I was taken into a world where virtually I was dreaming and imagining the colors, the vibrancy that the children brought together when they did the presentation. This is such a wonderful way to get children to tell their stories and express themselves of what they feel and what they are learning in their journey of learning about their own festivals in their own states. And it's a beautiful way to bring cross-cultural exchange. And in this way, a lot of the knowledge and a lot of their experience is shared in the form of storytelling. I don't know if any of you felt it, but I suddenly felt I was actually inside a mythical book reading, their live experiences. So it was really a wonderful journey today. India is definitely full of vibrant, festivities. It was a great way to start. Today also happens to be Halloween, and We also have other, colorful festivals as it unfolds. Today, especially, I found the children, it was like a triangle, like one in the north and the two spokes at the bottom. It was like a triangle bringing the connects. And we found that there is really no divide between any of the states. And the children actually brought out through that example that we all celebrate and we respect nature. We celebrate and we love our gods. We come to connect to people with the kind of food that we'd like to cook and offer for God. So everybody had their own nuanced way of expressing how they really like to connect with one another, how they like to celebrate it with food, and how it's culturally bonded by bringing a lot of inclusivity. Actually, a lot of the presentations shared that, and somebody did mention it's all about building unity. And I think children beautifully presented that. I'd like to actually share that each and every child, Srinidhi, if it was Srinidhi, Nitesh or Arnav, they all brought a connect. They sang a song, they represented themselves as an individual of their particular state, and they really spoke about why harvest is so important and how and what it meant to the community to be able to say be thankful for the food they're getting, when the Lohri starts or when the Pongal starts. Likewise, you found that Amrita, she was talking about the richness of God's own country. And I love the way she actually got into the whole idea of the mythical story and brought back the connect of Mahabali and its connection to Onam. It was beautifully presented. Everywhere in each of their stories, the history was brought together. So I think they are great storytellers. It's just amazing. I think we should probably, bring them into better forums and ask them to share these stories probably in different ways. Then the other thing that really caught the attention was Riya Sood. Karwa Chauth. I mean, I wouldn't expect a child dressing up like that and then, become the presenter and you present yourself on a live animated movie. That's how I felt when she presented it. The aspects of what Karwa Chauth is, I think it's a great learning for a lot of us. Likewise, even Ajna, when she spoke about the Eid celebration and Christmas, there's really no barrier there. She shared what she knew about it. It was beautifully done. Avantika as well, when she spoke about the Tamil New Year, it was amazing. I like the way she started off with the prayer. The prayer is very important in all our festivals. And one major aspect here is that the prayer was to remove all the obstacles when when your New Year starts. So she represented it really well in the process. No inhibition. It was all full of smiles. So great going. Likewise, Sanya and Sri Lakshmi, what a beautiful blend. Sanya really went into the roots of what Teyyam as a mythical, how it actually brought together a lot of the mythical stories, its history and the culture in Kerala, which I guess when you see the pictures that they shared in the presentation, there is a reflection. You would have seen it somewhere else in some other part of the country. It may not be in India, but there is some connect somewhere. You can actually see globally as well. These kind of forms do exist. I think we've seen masks in certain countries like Sri Lanka and Indonesia. So you can see there is some blend here and there, and the kids did that as well. Sri Lakshmi, your voice is so beautiful. I really felt so divinely connected at that time. God bless you, my child. And I think there were two more kids. One was, I think, Satyan, who did speak about the Guru Granth. I'm very fond of the Guru Nanak, their teachings. So it's really well presented. I love the way you dressed and you shared what it is a beautiful journey to respect and learn from the Gurus. And last, I think, was about the Visu celebration. I think that was done by Sanya as well. But yeah, so this is what the children brought to our table. It's about God, nature, and being connected together. It's beautiful, the journey. I would like to thank our Inalians for putting this thing forward. I like to thank Binoy, who spurred the idea, and I'd like to thank Nisa and Sairam for being supportive. This is how we build networks. This is how we bring aliveness and richness of our communities. And I think this is what public libraries are meant to do. Festivals is a great way to start. It's a great way to spread knowledge. It's a great way to spread awareness. So thank you so much. Wonderful doing for all the kids. I think we all must applaud for their presentation. I think all of us must do that. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priyanka, for these wonderful words. And you have so much elaborated about each and every presentation. I'm sure the children would have loved to hear you and know about your different comments and all your appreciations for them. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Now, before I move over again to our chief guest, who has been so kind to listen to the whole program, I would request any parent, any child, or any of the librarian who is here to just give their short comments. And then I would request our chief guest to give her comments too.
Ma'am, this is Arnav's mother from Chandigarh.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to say something, if it is okay, ma'am.
Yes,
just
please.
a few lines. Firstly, a very good evening to everyone. And today I take this opportunity to thank our honorable chief guest, which is Lippy ma'am, and all the members of the library from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Chandigarh, who gave our children this unique opportunity to take part in this online presentation. It was a pleasure watching all the children talking, singing, and explaining us about the various festivals of India, and completely in sync with whatever Priyanka ma'am said. It was like she was reading our minds and beautifully explained. All the festivals brought so much happiness to all of us. The way it was explained, it actually enlightened us and made us realize and understand how people of different states celebrate festivals. Thank you so much to the organizing committee for this beautiful experience. I think we had a great time looking at all the children. As a parent, I feel extremely honored. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Anybody else?
Ma'am, may I say
Hi, ma'am.
something?
Yes, please. Who's that?
This is Aarti Manohan from Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Avantika's mother.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see you all. It's a big opportunity to see all these, like celebrities. Apart from your work, you're doing a fabulous work. Of course, library Sairam sir, the district librarian Sairam sir, has been doing for past 7 to 8 years. He is doing this. Linking between the state is the first time in India. It's very proud that my child participated in this program, and this has to be continued. And all the participants are superbly presented their presentation, and of course all the program conducted persons, that is from Chandigarh, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu, from Tiruvannamalai, all are patients. So they were just looking and they were just enjoying. I saw all your faces are enjoying. Oh, every people, every children. That shows that you are so much interested than your work. Beyond your work, you are doing that. Hands up for all of this. And congrats for all the children. Please do it so, and it should be continued. And many children should have to come before that, and they have to prove their talent. This is a good platform. Please go ahead. All the best to the team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see in the chat Ria, Sood, and they've also wanting to say something.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. I just wanted to share that I like the thing a lot, and I'm so happy that I participated here. It's a beautiful platform to show something and show. I was very happy to know about the festivals of others and learn about them too. I like the program a lot. Thank you for organizing it.
Okay. Thank you, Ria. Thank you. Anybody else, please?
Excuse me, ma'am. I wanted to speak something.
Yes, please introduce yourself and speak.
Myself, Mishika Latava, and I just wanted to thank Nisa ma'am that she gave this and gave me an opportunity that I could join here and see everyone speak something about their festivals and learn something from them, and see everyone speak about their festivals and what they celebrate. And it was a really good moment to hear it, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, dear.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm Nainika Jigesh from Creative Homes,
Kerala. Okay.
सबको मेरा सादर प्रणाम। मैं नाइनिका जिगेश आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल कन्नौर चौथी कक्षा में पढ़ती हूँ। आज इस मौका मिलकर आप सबको मिलने से, आप सबको देखने से मुझे बहुत खुशी हुआ है। एक त्योहार एक ऐसी घटना है जहाँ लोग प्रतीकात्मक रूप से अपने विचारों, मूल्यों और अपने कोमलता को प्रदर्शित करता है। भारतीय संस्कृति में त्योहारों का विशेष स्थान है। हर ऋतु में, हर महीने में कम से कम एक प्रमुख त्योहार अवश्य मनाया जाता है। हम सब अनेक तरह के त्योहारें मनाते हैं। करामती खेतों और दिल तोड़ने वाले लोगों की भूमि पंजाब, फसल का त्योहार बैसाखी, होला मोहल्ला, लोहरी, करवा चौथ, गुरुपुरब, बसंत पंचमी आदि त्योहारें मनाते हैं। यशस्वी और प्राचीन मंदिरों की भूमि तमिलनाडु, पोंगल, पुत्तांड, नाट्यांजलि नृत्य, तैपूसम आदि त्योहारें मनाते हैं। ईश्वर का अपना देश केरल, ओणम, नाग त्योहार, विशु, आचुगाल पोंगल, ईद उल फितर, क्रिसमस आदि त्योहारें मनाते हैं। त्योहारें संस्कृति और परंपराओं को मनाने का एक महंगा तरीका है। वे हमारे प्रियजनों के साथ हमारे जीवन में विशेष क्षणों और भावनाओं का आनंद लेने के लिए है। अब मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम सब एक साथ एक त्योहारें मनाया गया है। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Nainika. That was so sweet of you. You have covered the festivals of all the states in your 2-minute speak. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Can we have any librarian? We have a few public librarians here, especially from INELI India and South Asia Network, if they would like to comment something. Okay, ma'am. Lippy ma'am, over to you. Thank you so much for being present for the whole session and sparing your valuable time.
Hello, Niza.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Who's that?
I am Kulbir.
Okay, Kulbir ma'am.
They have switched off my video, but I can speak.
Yes, please, please.
Niza, it was a wonderful experience. It was wonderful experience, amazing. And it was like a wonderful program you have conducted on the exchange of children.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we can see you.
Yes. Every child was so well prepared and it was wonderfully conducted, and all the congratulations to all the Inalians, Dr. Niza, Sairam, Binoyji and everyone, and the support for MSSRF also. It was wonderful. It is well begun, and you can conduct such programs in future also on different topics. And this is a great learning, and children can also learn many things. Besides knowledge, they are given a platform where they can increase their confidence, like how to public speaking they can increase. So it was a wonderful. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Now we move on to the chief guest of our today's program, ma'am Lippy Parida. She has been so kind to attend the whole program, listen to each and every child, spare her valuable time for us. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please share your thoughts about this program. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, Nisa?
Yes, yes. Now we can hear you.
Thank you so much for the tip. So, Nisa, that was a wonderfully conducted cultural program, and I was simply amazed. And you were there putting in your inputs with your fulkari and giving your own bit. And we actually hear of India as a land of festivals. But today I actually saw for myself that it's indeed unity in diversity. I mean, you know, we had so many things all together. We had Tej, we had Christmas, we had Eid, and we had Lori, everything together. And the children, I must congratulate them. I mean, super performance. All of them were so well prepared, so well dressed up. And I wish I could hand out some prizes to each one of them. And I'm really very sorry that I'm not in a position to do so. But I think in better times, we can do that as well. But Nisa, I would like to tell you that these cultural exchanges generally take place between countries. But within the country, I have not come across many such cultural exchanges. And I think it is so important for us to have these exchanges within our country for us to know each other. Personally, I would like to tell you that my husband has been the Chief Secretary of Pondicherry near Tamil Nadu. And now he's the advisor to the UT of Chandigarh. And only yesterday, Pondicherry and Chandigarh were voted as the best administered states. So you can see there is unity there as well. So let's clap for both Tamil Nadu and Chandigarh as well. So it is very necessary that we keep on having programs of this kind to, break barriers between us and know more about each other's cultures. I mean, I think this was a wonderful platform for all our children to present themselves. I mean, they were so confident and they were singing so well. And I think so much talent in such a short span of time. I was simply amazed, astounded. My weekend is simply made, and all these lovely children, I simply congratulate them for this wonderful performance they have put in today, demonstrating India as a land of unity and diversity and a land of festivals. And I think we should have more of this, Nisa, to propagate our culture, to make our children aware of their rich culture and heritage, like they have enriched me today. Thank you, Nisa. I must thank you for conducting this so beautifully and making me a part of this beautiful program as well. Thank you so much, Nisa.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your inputs. Here, I would like to thank the co-organizers of this program, Sairam from Thiruvalluvanai Library and Binoy Matthew from the Valapatnam Library in Kerala. So they were the strong pillars for me, ideas initiated, and we just got along and we did this program. So I would like Sairam sir to please speak up. Just a minute, Sairam sir. Program. Just a minute, sir.
Yes,
I want to share here. Kanappan has shared a link to Google Forms for the participation certificate for children. So those who's here and who would like to avail of the participation certificates, please fill up this Google form. Okay, if you fill up this form, just fill it with the correct details, the kind of details you want exactly to be on your certificates. And the certificates will be sent to you on your emails today only. If not today, by tomorrow, definitely. Okay, so be careful of filling these forms. And this live link is open till 1 hour. Let us make it 7 o'clock. Okay, this link is open till 7 o'clock. You can just fill it up and generate certificates. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sairam sir.
A wonderful experience by this program, ma'am. Really, it's a fantastic experience among the children, and we ourselves forgot ourselves and we enjoyed like anything. So this is the first program that our children crossed borders, I mean state to state, and further they realized us how we have to take it forward. So we are having a lot of burden on our shoulders to take this program, this type of programs in future also. So thank you, Ms. Lippy Farida ma'am for inaugurating, and Ms. Priyanka Mohan for appraising and appreciating the children. So my congratulations each and every child who participated in this program. Thank you, Neelam Bansalji, for welcoming all, and my dear Nisa and Binay Matthew, who associated with this program. And thank you very much to all participants who are presented here. Thank you very much. We will continue the same program in future also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sairam. Binoy, over to you. Binoy, are you here?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. I think there is no need of any more words because our Lipi ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, and everybody, there's so many feedbacks already come. And it's a wonderful experience. And last month, I discussed the idea with Sairam sir that children's network through public libraries. And it is now, I am so happy to see it is flourishing beyond so many limits. In Kerala, I conducted so many programs with the other libraries, such like, but last month, starting of October, we conducted a program with Tiruvannamalai Library. It was the first experience, and the next 4 states. Actually, Chandigarh is the center of 2 states, Haryana and Punjab. And we can say this is a 4 states program, 3 libraries, and 9 children presented their wonderful, actually today's heroes there. Srinidhi, Amrita, Riya Sood, Nitish, Ajna Parveen, Arnab Goyal, Avantika, Sania, Katya and Sood. Actually, you are the heroes of today. Congratulations for the wonderful presentation. And it is a wonderful experience to you. India is a field of diversity and unity. You explained it very well. And thank you for all, especially children. You are so lucky to present your presentations before such a great fellow like Lipi ma'am. Thank you, Lipi ma'am. And a wonderful coordination. Okay. Wonderful coordination, very beautiful coordination of Dr. Nisa from TS State Central Library, and Neelam Bansal ji, madam. Thank you for your participation, and all parents and all persons who are interested in the program. Thank you all.
Thank you, Binoy. On the ending note, I would again like to thank the heroes of today, the children who presented, as Binoy rightly said, their parents who put in hard effort, and they have joined together with the libraries, for the development of their children. That is very important. So we look forward to your support in future as well. Join libraries, get children to your libraries, make the best use of the public libraries, and we are there for you. I would like to thank Binoy and Sairam for their association and for organizing this, and our dear Lipi Parida ma'am for acceding to our request to be the chief guest. It was indeed a great pleasure and an honor, rather fantastic to have you here, ma'am,
Thank you so
with
much.
your warm inaugural address as well as your comments in the end. I'm sure the children are really motivated listening to you. I would like to thank dear Priyanka Mohan for her excellent comments and always supporting us in LE Librarians. And thank you so much, Priyanka. I would also like to thank all other librarians from the NLE network and beyond for their presence, for always supporting us in every way. I would like to thank in charge of the Central State Library, Chandigarh, Mrs. Neelam Bansal, to always believe in me, and our Director Higher Education, Rubinder Jeet Singh Barar, to always stand by us. So thank you all once again. It was a great event. It was great to have you all here, and hopefully we will meet again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kannappan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Kannappan. Thank you so much for your technical support. It won't have been possible without you, dear Kannappan. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kannappan, please, can you send me the link again? Can you send the link again?
Kanappan, please end the live
Okay.
live thing of Facebook, and then we can have a word.
Thank you, ma'am.